Good morning to you. It is the 18th day of April, and we do have late breaking news this morning. Many of you woke up to an earthquake earlier this morning. Let's take a look at the epicenter map if we can. We understand it to be somewhere around West Salem to Mount Carmel, Illinois, and the Geological Survey has downgraded that from 5.4 to 5.2. Again, we're talking about a couple tenths of a point there. So at this point, no immediate major damage in the heartland, but as we take a look at some video in Louisville, Kentucky, there has been some minor damage there, as you see, and either looks maybe perhaps a brick facade or some part of the street was torn up there. Again, this is not only being felt here in the heartland with some of you getting that early morning wake-up call, but as far north as Kansas City, Missouri, to Chicago, down to Georgia, and even Memphis, Tennessee, they all felt it as well. So again, this is east of us, Louisville, Kentucky. We'll continue to follow it, but in the meantime, back here in the heartland, our own C.J. Cassidy, like many of you, got an early morning wake-up call. CJ, what did you feel about 4:37 or so this morning?
Yeah, Lauren, I was actually asleep, this being my day off, but I was roused awake, so I didn't need any coffee this morning. Got up and came into work, and as were members of my family, we all ran outside, but surprisingly enough, none of my neighbors seemed to be up and about, so that was a little surprising to me, but I have been talking with Officer Byron Frazier with the Cape Girardeau Police Department. He tells me they had plenty of calls, and some of them were a little amusing, right?
That's correct. We've had a gentleman actually called and asked if the river had changed directions due to the tremor. So,
so what do you say to the people who called? Were any of them panicked?
No, actually, no. We didn't have any instances of panic. It happened so quick, and at the time that it happened, everyone was generally asleep. So it was really a state of confusion for most people. Was it thunder? Was it an earthquake? You know, what had actually happened?
Right, and at this point, you have had no reports of any damage around here.
That's correct. There's no damage reports as of yet.
What have you been telling people? I know people wanted to know, what should we do now at this point?
At this point, there's nothing we can do as far as preparation. You know, it's a good idea to be prepared for earthquakes in general. Know where your safety points are, your solid doorways, an escape route to get outside, things of that nature.
Right, and maybe a place to meet up if you do get separated from your family and so on in the event of a major earthquake, right?
Right, the same thing you would do in the case of a fire or any natural disaster.
Okay, Officer Byron Frazier, thank you so much for being here with us this morning. I'm going to hand it back to you, Lauren, and we'll bring you more information as it comes available. Live, local, late breaking, C.J. Cassidy, Heartland News.
Thank you, C.J. And as you heard from C.J.'s report, it seems mostly here in the heartland, it's just really done nothing more than wake us all up and rattle our nerves. Certainly, it's something we don't feel all of the time. 5.2 earthquake hitting much of the heartland this morning. If you do have any video of that or pictures of any damage, be it minor, we'd still like to see it, and you can send it to us through UNews. Find all the information and directions on how to do that at KFVS12.com. We